cross it out, put your own statement down, that's fine. But I think we need a written request. This $1,016, North Main Township already has $422 of it. And I don't think, I mean, we could, if he wanted to sign this, we could send this to them to see if they would wish to refund it. That's up to them. I have no problem with myself and Donegal refunding $590. The only question I have is, we have no fire escrow fees on this project. That's per township ordinance.
Is JD asking that his building permit be revoked? He's voluntarily turning it back in?
Well, he didn't use it, okay. I'm not sure.
The building permit can't be in limbo, either it's issued or it's returned.
It's issued and it's never been used, I mean, it hasn't
So
been
no
there.
inspections have been done?
No. Okay.
I don't know that Doug, do you know if Doug came out? Because he doesn't go out until he gets the application and then he approves it after going out. So do you know if he was out at your house?
No, and we had that discussion, and what it was, I came in and asked Tammy, and I questioned it. And how the question came up was because I hired the contractor to do it. And we couldn't agree on the contract, and I asked him for a bill for what I owed him, because I don't like owing people. When I got the bill, and this is why I'm not gonna use the contractor, when I got the bill, they had a demo crew bid like $5,000, they charged me 10. The building permit, you guys charge $1,016, they charged me $1,516. So they marked the building permit up $500. So I came in and asked Tammy about questioning the validity, the amount. The first thing was the permit was dated 2013, not 2000.
I made a typo.
Right,
It
and
should have said the 16th.
it's not an issue, I'm not making a big deal. It's honest mistake. No problem, not bringing that up to, for any other reason that, it was the wrong date, so is it even valid? Do you know what I'm saying?
Did she correct it?
What's that?
Did she correct it at that point in time?
Yes.
Well, I don't know, I didn't get, I just,
No.
that was a while ago, and then I stopped in today to see what you'd said, because she said she was gonna discuss it with you, and then she forgot about it.
Date's marked off when she put error here.
And that's fine. The other thing I had said was just questioning what the options were, to ask you what the options were, that I felt I was due a refund, if not in full, obviously the money, if the state only collects $4, North Strabane collects $422 for what, and I think you told me he's supposed to come out and inspect it before he approves it, right? He never came out and inspected it, and he didn't approve it, you signed off on it, Doug didn't, correct?
No, Doug signs off on it
Okay.
and he sends the approval over. So he may have gone out and maybe you weren't there. I don't know.
I've never met the man or had any contact with him.
Okay. I don't know.
Is his signature here?
That is his signature.
He reviewed this and he's done something.
Okay, secondly, the fact that, as I understand the law, and maybe this is a question for Gary, you guys aren't allowed to make money on permits. And I question what the 509, so you guys, the state charged me $4. North Strabane's charging $422, and that's, I guess, for Doug, he's the inspector or the whatever, and he does it, okay? But then the townships charged me $590, and here's my reasoning. I'm not building a new home. The home's already on the tax rolls, okay? And this goes sort of what I'm saying about the community and helping the people. It's already on the tax rolls. I didn't stop paying my taxes when my house burned. If that's not tragic enough that I haven't been able to live there since, and thank God for the dog, or maybe not, some people would say, but if it wasn't for the dog, I wouldn't be here, so, you can blame it on her. But anyway, so my house burnt, it's not livable. I'm still paying taxes on that property. You guys are still collecting my taxes, okay? There's no helping hand there. There's no, well, okay, until your house is built, we're not gonna charge you taxes, but you're gonna charge me $590 for a building permit, not to build a new house, but to fix or repair or rebuild the house that I have. It's already there. Why do I need a building permit to begin with? Is it such an exorbitant amount? And Gary, I guess that's to you. Isn't it true that the township is not allowed to make money on permits?
They're allowed to charge administrative fees.
$590?
I don't know with the building permit fee resolution, how it's broken down. it looks as if this is a prepayment of inspections too. You know, electrical foundation under the Uniform Construction Code, Doug Trbojevic and North Shebane do the inspections. If the project doesn't go, if it's not built, there's nothing to inspect. I don't see why that refund couldn't take place.
Well, now, that being said,
You have incurred some administrative fees up to this point. Probably not the full amount since it's
Well,
stopping.
the question being, what does North Shebane entitled to get back? I mean, or to give back?
I mean, you have to talk to
I
them.
mean, I have no problem with that.
But I think that's a collection of inspection fees. If you don't build the project, there's nothing to
well,
inspect.
and here's what I told Tammy, that obviously I'm not gonna use that contractor because he was bending me over and raping me, okay? For lack of a better term. I'm gonna be my own general contractor, because why am I gonna pay somebody that was just gonna sub everything out and charge me 40%
But You're
markup?
still gonna need a building permit and inspection then.
Okay, and that's fine. But this amount was based on an amount that the contractor turned in that isn't what my contract said. So there was some shady stuff there, not on the township's part, but on the
They don't
town.
charge you what the resolution for building permit says, how it's computed.
26% of the cost of the project.
But I have no idea what it's gonna cost, because I'm gonna piece it out myself. I'm gonna have, yeah, why pay them 40 or 50% or 100% markup?
What you do is, you know, how much time have you put in? $100 worth in processing this?
I'm for giving back all his money.
And revoke the building permit and apply all over again once you have your new numbers. So that,
Well, what we talked about is just change the name on it, change the date to make it valid. And on my own, but how can you charge a fee if you don't know what it's gonna be?
and how can they issue a building permit if they don't know what fee to charge?
Because it shouldn't be based on what, that's what I'm saying.
It is.
The house is already on the tax roll, so okay, so are you gonna go back to zero tax base then for me?
No, your application says you're gonna do $168,000 worth of improvements. Burn.
It's not
We had a-
So I mean,
improvements.
that's how building permits
It's not
It-
improvements.
determined.
So again, I say,
Application.
if it's based on that amount, okay? I was already paying my taxes based on another amount, so do I go back to zero tax base, I don't pay any tax, and then you start from there? It's double dipping. Do you understand what I'm saying?
If you're building, you know, if you're building burns, I'm sure you're probably gonna pay your taxes. As a drop, you know, it's not worth what it was before.
I talked to them, I was unaware of that. They told me way after the fact when all this tax reassessment came up, and they said there's a 6-month window of something hardship or whatever. Nobody informed me of that. Too late. My point is, I'm still paying taxes on it, you guys are still collecting it, so I think it's absorbable.
$590 or whatever, do you want that all back?
I think that would be a nice,
I'll move that we.
an appropriate gesture.
But you gotta revoke the
And
building
revoke
permit.
the permit,
Yeah, and start again.
and if you wish to sign the document, we'll send it on to North Maine, we'll try to get you that money back.
Well, if you're revoking the permit, then that would be a full refund. I'm not saying that,
We
I'm
can't-
going to,
We can't refund
I'm
you,
going
you
to-
pay the North Maine.
I understand that.
But if you wanna ask them for it, we can send it, if you sign the request, we can.
So you don't revoke the permit, that, if
Wait a
the estate fee
We'll
still.
hang on to $590 if you decide what you wanna do.
Wait,
What I'm
a
saying
minute,
is,
wait a
state
minute.
fee's already paid, and the entity that's in charge of the inspections, and that's been paid. My question is, how does the township charge me $590, and for what? When the state charges their fee, and,
It's in accordance with the fee schedule that was set up when North Tremaine was hired as a BCO.
Keyword being hired. You mean to tell me North
They were
Tremaine,
contracted.
they were, yes, so they are working for you and you're gonna sit there and say you can't get money off of them?
We can send it on to them and ask them to refund it. We can't control.
Well, they work for you.
They're not employees.
They're contracted at.
I understand that.
25% of the cost of the project, which has already been sent.
And we'd
to
be
them.
glad to send it on with that request if that's what they want to do.
I want to repair my house, me being the general contractor, on my own terms and conditions.
JD, we're trying to help you out
I
here.
understand that,
Okay, you want that $590?
but, okay, but you're talking
We're gonna
about,
revoke the permit, you can reapply for it.
Reapply for the permit.
And we'll ask North Tremaine, if you want to sign that letter, we'll send it on to them and say, hey, this guy didn't do his project, I'd like to have his money back. And we'll send that letter off tomorrow. Then you start over again, be fresh. It doesn't change the amount, whatever the percentage is of the fee schedule, whatever that is, it is. We can't say J.D. Martin pays a different amount.
I'm not saying
I'm
that.
just saying we can't do that.
I'm saying I'm not gonna pay $168,000 because they were marking stuff up 50 and 100% markup, then it's not gonna be
If you do
that.
the project for half or quarter of that, that's the number to apply for.
And that's what I'm saying, that's what should be refunded. I don't know what it's gonna cost, but it sure as heck ain't gonna cost
Why
that.
don't you just do a new policy?
What's the difference?
Yeah, he wants to leave it alone and you just drop it down to what he thinks it's gonna be. Am I right?
Well, I have an odd feeling that if it's revoked, it won't be reissued. I got a funny feeling that there's a reason why they wanna do that. Sorry if that's
They
wrong.
can't issue it. Dr. Bovich has
We
to
don't
do
need a
it.
permit.
If I already paid him,
Doug does it.
and he's the one in charge of it, my big question is, why is the township entitled $590 for doing nothing, or if Dirk Bovich
Well,
does?
J.D., other than that is the formula, that is the schedule the township approved, and that's what it is. You know,
But
if you wanna put down a different number project, then give it to us. If you wanna start over from scratch, let's do that. We're trying to say, whatever you want here, J.D. Just tell us, don't argue with us about it, do it,
I don't know how much it'll be, I can't give you an amount.
okay?
It'd be more than
How about let's just revoke it,
20,000.
and then you can go back to the process again, and we'll try to get the rest of your money back. And there's no problem with it, no, I don't know that any of these has ever been denied here, no matter who it is.
Do you understand my point about the
I do,
taxes
I understand.
and the fees, and
I
that's
understand all that.
unreasonable?
You've been through that, and I understand.
Okay.
And I, you got, you know, I very well understand. But at the same time, J.D., I'm not blaming you, you've already been given a break on this. You don't have the fire escrow, okay? Everybody else has to go through the fire escrow. That's the law. Somehow they didn't, the insurance company didn't,
They're holding it.
well, the insurance company didn't do what they were supposed to do, because they should have contacted the township.
I'll agree with you there, they're screwing me too.
Well,
They're holding money.
And I believe that.
Well,
I mean, you just tell us what you need us to do, and I don't have any administrative action, I don't know that we can do anything. She can probably do whatever you need.
Need a motion to do anything with the permit?
He don't even know what to say.
Do you want to make a motion to refund him the township's portion
Yes.
of his permit fee and revoke the building permit?
Yes. And he can start that
They
again.
have to go hand in hand. If you're going to return the money, you got to revoke the building permit.
not unless, Gary, you can't, not unless it's a full refund, and I'm not asking for that. I'm going to do it. I'm gonna be my own
We
contractor.
cannot speak to North Strabane.
Right.
And whether you do it or some other contractor does it, he'll still have to inspect your house or your building.
Right, so I'll still need a building permit.
And he'll charge you.
So my question was to correct it, correct the date, put me as my own contractor, and refund whatever portion of the township money, because I don't think if the
But
town,
the township is based, these fees are based upon the cost of the construction project.
then it's not gonna cost that, that's what I'm
But you're
saying.
not telling us what the amount is.
Because I don't know, I can't tell you something I don't make things up.
JD, we've had
Make
people
up one,
call and
JD.
wanna know how much a permit is. We can't tell them until they
You gotta
submit
pay
the amount
something,
of
then
the
we gotta have a
project.
number.
Pick
a number, JD.
Wait a second.
You want me to tell you what it's gonna be, JD?
You're saying that if
$1.
I'm doing $100,000 worth of renovation, or $300,000 worth of renovation, that the cost to the township is gonna be more?
I think
No, the cost to you is more.
It's tied to the cost of your project.
It's based on the,
Why is it, you said 6%,
Point six.
0.6%? Well, how does the administration fees change from $100,000 to $300,000?
exactly.
The administration
That's-
fees are the same.
That's the resolution that's been on the books ever since I've been here. It's just the way it is.
Another bad
You wanna,
resolution.
you wanna suggest that the board look at it, potentially revise it, that's a different issue, but that's what's on the books right now.
I would ask that the board look at it and revise it.
You may as well ask it.
And Gary, okay, think about this, though, not take myself out of the case, okay? Make it in generic form. I'm not speaking for myself, but think about it. Shouldn't it be different for if there's zero? So if you pay tax on vacant land, clean and green, whatever, okay? That's your basis. If there's no building improvements, right? If there's building improvements, so if you build a new place, that's where your construction costs, and you build a new home whatever, then they're gonna know what that dollar amount is, and that's where you get your tax basis. So I'm already paying taxes on it. I've never stopped paying taxes on it. They already collect taxes on it because there's already a house there. Can't help it burnt. I'm not making improvements, I'm making repairs and replacement.
In a sense,
So it's
grandfather-
not, it's in a sense double dipping. They're still collecting
No,
taxes,
You're talking
but
real
you're,
estate taxes versus uniform construction code and building permit fees and building permits. Those are two different things.
if there's no house there, if I leveled the house, it would be off the tax roll and it'd be
It's up to
zero.
you to contact the county assessor and say, this building has burned, it's uninhabitable. Had you done that, they would have taken it off the records.
Didn't know that.
Well, you should do that tomorrow.
There's a 6-month time period on that.
If you started the process, it depends on when you're gonna rebuild this, but you're paying for a habitable structure right now on taxes. Right? Sure.
That's my point. If it's vacant land, the township would not be getting taxes on a house.
But we're
They're
talking
collecting taxes.
Versus building permit fees.
What are we gonna do?
Two totally different
JD, you,
topics.
you want us to, what do you want to do? Just tell us.
I can read it and see and whatever. I don't know what it says. I can't agree to something that,
Where's it at?
Then you may just take it until the next meeting.
Table to next meeting.
Let's go on. Maybe you can read it when we get to the last motion.
All right. Any additions to the agenda?
I think we've got all the additions on.
All right. Correspondence folder is available for review.
Only two pieces of correspondence I want to touch on. And again, one of them we already talked about, one is from the International Union of Operating Engineers, and the other is from the Pennsylvania Labor Relations Board. Acknowledgement and notice of filing a petition against Donegal Township. From the Donegal Township Police Officers Association. And there's a petition for representation.
What union is that?
That doesn't say here, just the petition. No,
It hasn't been chosen yet.
Notice of filing of petition.
Approval of the bill list. Motion to approve bills and sign checks.
So moved.
Any questions?
Dave,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Zach?
Yes. Any remarks from the supervisors? No need for executive session. is there?
Get JD once more.
I don't want to take up any more of everybody else's time. We can, I guess I'm not getting my point across, or
We
we don't.
understand, but do you want a refund or not? You want the $590? Or wait till we have to revoke the permit?
You've waited this long.
That's fine. You can carry it till the next meeting. I don't care.
All right.
I don't want to take any more time.
We'll motion to table and then be on the agenda next month.
That's fine.
Okay, motion to table JD's request.
Any questions?
You vote?
Yes.
Dave,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Zach?
Good.
Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Wait a minute, didn't you have public comments again?
It's not
I
on.
have one thing. Why is the air conditioner not on?
It is on. Because nobody can hear. I think it is on.
Well, if you can't hear, get it fixed so it works and it's cool in here.
It don't heat well in here either.
I don't care, the mosquitoes are getting bigger as they coming through. I don't think it's a funny thing that a township like this has to sit with the door open because they're,
Because it's 88 degrees outside.
yeah.
That's our fault.
No, Doug,
Bus.
Doug, you think
I think you're absurd, Bob Wright. That's what I said.
you're absurd that we ought to be able to sit in here in comfort?
Hey, and it's 88 degrees outside, okay? Does that make a difference?
No.
I don't care what temperature is outside.
Once again,
I
You ought to be
take over
able
like you are.
as-
That's what I would do.
What?
I'd do what you're doing. Do it.
You know
Yell
what,
at me.
Doug? What about the people, if you have people come in and they have to sit in here in this place and sweat?
Technically,
basically our building.
You think
Not yet.
next meeting?
Yes.
Thank you. Hey, how's it going today?
Absolutely.
A lot of room to talk about being absurd.
What's so sad about the whole glass house thing is I know how much money she put into the cleanup day. You know, it's like what she offers and what she does for this community. Her time is more than we could even dream of doing.
Okay, was that something that I was supposed to?
No, the first time.
Okay, because all I was, but I mean, I knew within a month.
Right, and that's, I think that's what it's intended to keep, so it doesn't leave it.
Right, well, way I was gonna be living in your cup.
No, I don't live there.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say something unofficially off the record, Doug. When I told you that I was sorry for your loss, I meant it. I lost my brother. I can set my differences aside. Be compassionate for somebody, and I meant it. And in fact, he said I didn't call me a liar again about something like that. You're going to.
John was right today.
You can talk to me, I will make it a wrap, I'm sorry.
Are you kidding me?
Don't talk to me, please.
You're a public official in a
I'm not right
public
now,
building.
no.
Well, you called me a liar and I don't appreciate it. I did mean it. I can set differences aside and show compassion, unlike you.
How do you feel about having those more building this township?
I don't think we should have it. Personally, I think we ought to have an air conditioner that works. But
Well, then make a motion. Just raise your, sit there and say, I want to make a motion that we fix the air conditioner.
I don't know what's wrong
So,
with it.
well, somebody does. Tear it out, put a new one in.
Zach, I think his
Make a motion that it be either fixed, repaired, whatever it takes to put so that we can sit in here, that we can hear, and that we can also have a meeting.
so older people that want to come can come here and be
cool.
comfortable. Because there are some who
You
can't
know,
be here because of that.
A bunch of people come in here from the outside and look at this and thinking, bunch of hoopies down there, they don't even have enough air conditioning to keep the thing.
You're allowed to record any public official that is officially working.
Each city probably has air conditioning there.
Aren't we better than them? Make the motion, Zach. Make the motion.
All right,
Thank you, Zach.
I'll see what I can do.
Have a lot over there on the floor, and you're gonna die when you see some of this recording.
She records in
And I found a Zoom in and out.
Hey, you know what? These people will think a lot more of you if you make a motion and say, I make a motion that we get the fix.
It has spent $10,000 on the air conditioner.
So it works and
upstairs.
keeps it cool
We've
without,
already
with
fixed that
a
air
minimal
conditioner. How many
amount of.
times up there?
That's all it takes. Okay.
What is this paper?
How's this gas going?
Good.
Oh, good.
You're doing good.